Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Detective Comics 983. Yeah, I decided to get this one on digital because, whatever. Stupid move. There's a first appearance in here, so I just called the local comic book store. Yeah, can you put it on in my pull box for me? Maybe call your local comic book store also, because yeah, there's a first appearance. A guy named Karma. At least I'm imagining his name is Karma because twice he used that name. Um, Costume looks pretty cool. This is his first cameo appearance, I guess, because he only appears like fully in the last panel, the last page. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I guess you'll need this issue and the next issue if you're looking for the first appearance thing, the cameo and the first full. Anyway, Brian Hill on writing, Miguel Mendoza on pencils. I'm kind of iffy right now on the pencils. Some faces don't look great, but for the most part, the comic looks fantastic. You know what I'm saying? So no huge complaints, just minor little tiny gripes. I'm just being completely forthcoming here. So Brian Hill is basically taking a different approach here with Batman. He seems to be showing that this guy Karma is pointing out what the Joker had pointed out in the Death of the Family storyline, Scott Snyder. It's like, oh yeah, these other people, your family, your Bat family, they're actually making you weak. I'm going to make you strong again. Okay, cool. Because I think most of us have been complaining that Batman's family has gotten too big and Detective Comics is more about others and it's not about Batman himself. And with Batman, the comic book actually being very Batman light and more on Catwoman being awesome and, just whatever. I could see how a lot of people are starting to get turned off by Batman, and that's like the worst thing that could possibly happen for DC Comics. So if Brian is going to bring Batman back up to awesomenity, so to speak, then cool. Regardless, this could turn out to be really cool or a complete bomb. And oh man, I'm hoping this doesn't bomb. But this guy, Karma, seems to know exactly who Batman is. He twice on this USB drive, like he sets up Duke to the signal to deliver a message quite inadvertently. And this message twice directly to Batman, he refers to Batman as Bruce. So interesting. And he says at one point, "You've saved me once before." Now, I'm not telling you much of anything else about the comic book, except that there is a quick reference to Dark Knight's The Forge. Okay, this is one of the first of the two preludes to the Dark Knight's Metal series. And okay, basically it's a one panel. He goes up and Batman goes up to what's his name, Jefferson Pierce. That's Black Lightning. And he's like, "Hey man, I need you to join me up." He's like, "Hey, you're awesome and you do so much better than me, but I failed you last time and I don't want to do that." And he's like, "Whoa. I'm not looking for somebody who succeeds all the time. I'm looking for somebody who can learn from his mistakes. I'm looking for someone who can lead and isn't afraid to fail and then get back up and keep going. That's what I need. You're a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm a mentor. I'm this guy, I'm this inspiration, whatever, but you're a teacher." Okay, I'm digging that. That's cool. So, whoa, Black Lightning taking care of the Bat family and Batman going back to solo. I'm sure it's not exactly what's happening, but cool. I'm digging it. In the meantime, the reference back to the Dark Knight's Forge, was there was a one-panel scene. I actually had to crack open my book because this is a summer event that actually happened a year ago and was delayed like you would not believe. Like in the middle, oh, we're going to be 2 months late on this comic book. What? So that happens towards the end. Several issues were extremely late. The deal, though, is that in this issue, there was one lousy panel where the Joker is talking to the Signal and Green Lantern, if you remember, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, man, check it out." So I think this was the very first prelude. He says, "Check it out, man. Batman had his own little secret covert ops thing going called the Outsiders, and they show that like Chemico was it? Not Chemico. Whatever, Metamorpho and a couple other people in there, along with Black Lightning, and he called it the Outsiders. And he's like, nobody knew about it, not the Justice League, not even his own Bat family." So they're referencing back to that, literally that one panel. So we still don't know what happened there. Hopefully Brian Hill is going to explain some of the things that happened in there, because I am kind of curious. Like the whole Dark Knight's Metal thing was fantastic, and it was also kind of fail because They didn't give us a whole lot of what's going on, and the delays just made it like, dude, what the F, man? So I would like it if there were more explanations there, and eventually I'll do a spotlighted story on it. In the meantime, this is a great new direction so far. And mind you, great, I'm being very tentative. This issue was great, okay? Will the run be great? Will even the arc be great? No clue, man. I just got here. You know what I'm saying? I just got here, just like everybody else. So I am looking forward to what happens here. This arc alone could make or break Brian Hill. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping it makes him. Big time. You know, so like I hope this is just some really big thing, and I hope we're bringing Batman back to what we expected that he was going to be without necessarily dumping on the other characters who I myself personally have grown to love, you know? In the meantime, that's going to be it for me, guys. Again, first appearance in here, cameo first appearance. It's worth grabbing if that's what you're looking for. Regardless, beginning of a whole new run with a new writer, new artist, a new team. Let's see what happens. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.